used to tell people back in the 90s, we are the first line of defense, EMS. Everything you touch is a problem, right? We're the first line of defense, EMS employees. And that's what I told my staff every day, and I still tell my staff at Palo Alto that. Because when we start to give people medication, and we go on a medication regimen, we missed a step. We missed a step, right? Because somebody's impacted. Somebody might have a bad outcome. So I want you to think about that. When we have linen, go out to your linen, your laundries, inspect them. Because they might not be processing correctly to your standard, to our standard. When you're doing housekeeping, go check. Sometimes things look good. Who's doing ATP testing and all the other stuff they're doing now? Yeah. Yeah, boy, I did one a couple of weeks ago with one of my guys, and they swabbed this thing. I was like, wow, right? But you know what that is? It's an opportunity to get it right. Because you're checking yourself. You're doing a check adjust, PDCA. Checking against your processes. You have to do that. You have to. And I tell you, VA has been around many, many years. And I say without reservation, I do not believe in privatizing VA. But we do have to partner in VA with other providers. But we don't want our veterans to have to go all on the outside, right? But we have to partner, and we want providers that are going to complement our care. Nobody can ever supplement it. But we need to be complementary. We need to make sure that we're patient-centered. If we don't have a hospital, we have a veteran with a sprained ankle, why should they have to get on the bus and come 100 miles to receive physical therapy? We got to think about it that way, right? We got to make it right for the veterans. So continue to work hard, continue to make a difference. And you have to find it in your heart. And if you're looking for a reason why, all you got to do is walk down your hallways and talk to those people that have served you. Has anybody here been to Arlington National Cemetery? The reason I bring that up is I always like to kind of give a punch, hopefully, to people. I always, and I told this story probably here a couple times, I don't know, Aubrey might have heard it somewhere from me, but in LVA back in 2003, I had to go to, my whole class had to go to Arlington. I never wanted to go to the place that was going to be my last benefit. Never wanted to see it, right? Never wanted to go there, but I had to go because it was a requirement for the class. I was like, wow, how can I get out of this one? I couldn't get out of it, so, but I had to go. So when I went, come to the gate, you see headstones lined straight as narrow. Grass, beautiful. Like somebody cut it with shears. Not a lawnmower. Silence. And what came over me in 2 minutes was, look at all these people that laid down so I can stand up and be free. Look at that. So I we owe it to all our veterans that are still living. As my grandmother would say, to give them their flowers while they're living. And what we can give as a healthcare system is a small token of appreciation, which is healthcare. A great experience, a great outcome, an aesthetically pleasing environment. You own it. You can do it. I know Ari has a lot of great things here. You have a lot of classes to help build people's skills, give them tools for their toolbox. Take those tools, put them in your box, but pull on them periodically. Don't throw them in your box and throw them in the garbage. You got to use them. The first and last impression Anybody here from Palo Alto? My guys out here, that's a shame on me, right? I think I got somebody supposed to be here. These are the staff at Palo Alto. You don't just handle waste. You don't just make a bed, and handle PAP, and buff a floor, work the clothing room, and mop a floor. You're more than that. There's more to it than just keeping it clean. I want you to think about that. But these are the people that do this work every day. It's your front lines. And I think back to military times, right? These are privates and sergeants getting the work done every day. And I was a private and a sergeant, so I know what that feels like. I want you to really think about your people, supporting them, just like the VA is investing in you to be here to learn. You have to invest in them because everything you learn has to be put into motion. And the front lines are the ones that do that, right? They have to carry out the work. So I want you to really think about how you invest in them, how do you build them up, how you ensure that they have the tools, the know-how, and the ability to get the work done. I can sit in my office all day and think I have every answer to every question, but I don't. I used to be the chief EMS, but I'm not. I used to be a housekeeper, but I'm not. Ask those people that are doing the work, what do they need to be successful? That's your job as leaders, is to find out what do they need to be successful. You think you know it because you did it, or you haven't done it. You don't know it. The clock moves. I haven't been a chief of EMS since 2006. So I'm sure y'all can teach me some stuff now. I might come up with some stuff, because y'all don't even do that anymore. I used to buff floors with Johnson's wax. Anybody remember that? Yeah, that's why you laughing. You know what I'm talking about. We don't do that anymore with a towel. Remember? We stick shoe polish and light it on fire and do all that stuff. I ain't gonna talk about all that. But you know exactly what I'm talking about. We'll take that. Exactly what I'm talking about. But we had those floors looking good, but you couldn't walk on them. You might slip. But now it's all about safety, right? The wax has to make sure that it's slip-proof to a certain extent. Can't be too bright or shine because a patient that has Alzheimer's might think it's something else will fall. There's a whole lot of science in what you do every day. And I want you to think about that and take it from there. But in closing for me, there's many places I could be in life, many places I could work at, many places you could work at. But you know what though? I am rich in my heart from this mission. And I truly mean that. I am rich in my heart from this mission. I am not rich financially. I have enough money to buy and eat and do the things I need to do in life. But you know what though, with one thing, when I'm 100 years old, and hopefully I'll live that long, I can always think back that I impact veterans' care in a positive way. You have the opportunity to do that. Take that football, pick it up, and let's punch through that goal line. You can do it. Nobody is more deserving in this country than the veteran. You don't owe me anything as a veteran, but our veterans that we take care of every day, we owe them everything. You have no bottles of water, you have no Starbucks without a veteran. You have no VA without a veteran, and no country without a veteran. So when you think about that, when you're watching Chicago Bulls and the White Sox on TV, I'm pro-Chicago, I'm from Chicago, so. But when you're watching all these different teams on TV, always remember, the world would be the same if they weren't around. But if the customers that you take care of weren't here, this world would be different. So thank you for what you do every day. I am proud of each and every one of you, and I'm honored to be invited again, Aubrey. I know that sometimes you don't have anybody else that say, they'll take Tony. But I am honored to be here. And I think I told you guys last year, EMS is always my family. It's given me everything I got, so thank you.